Over the past 2 decades, I've sat across the table from people who spent 30, sometimes 40 years preparing for their golden era, and yet some still run out of money. Not because they made some wild bet or ignored the basics. It was because they didn't realize that one of the biggest threats to their retirement wasn't the market, it is the calendar. See, there's 1 year in retirement that's considered to be more dangerous than all of the others combined, and no one warns you about it. But I've seen firsthand how one specific year can ruin decades of planning. By the time you notice it, it may be too late. If you're like most people on the edge of retirement, or if you've just stepped into it, I feel that this video is very important for you. By the end, you'll learn which year may put your entire future at risk. You'll also learn about ways to protect your retirement from getting wasted. You think the biggest risk in retirement is running out of money, but it may be the calm before the storm. The first year of retirement can set the tone for everything that follows. But this is also the period when many retirees unknowingly step onto a financial minefield. After decades of steady income, retirement brings a major shift. Instead of a paycheck every 2 weeks, you now rely on a fixed monthly amount from savings, Social Security, or pensions. This new financial rhythm is fragile and needs to be carefully managed. But some retirees don't realize how easily that fixed pool of money can start shrinking away. Studies show that nearly 30% of retirees experience a significant drop in their portfolio value in the first year of retirement. This isn't always due to market crashes, but can be a result of early withdrawals, expenses, taxes, and unforeseen expenses that add up. Some people think their retirement money is untouchable if the market is stable. But in reality, the way you draw down from your savings in the first year of retirement is critical. Withdrawal decisions early on can encounter something called the sequence of return risk. In simple words, if you withdraw a large amount of money during a market downturn, especially in the early years, it can deplete your money far faster than planned. The first year of retirement is when retirees often face unplanned costs, like healthcare bills, home repairs, and family emergencies that force them to take more from their accounts than originally budgeted. The hard truth is that many retirees enter this first year feeling confident, only to discover that they are financially exposed before they even realize it. This is why you need to understand the steps to carefully spend and withdraw during this period. So the first year sets the stage financially for your retirement. It's the mindset during this stage that can ruin all of your preparation. Now you've got market risk on one side, lifestyle risk on the other, and no paycheck to cushion either. That's why it's considered the most dangerous year of your retirement. For decades, your brain has been wired to expect a steady paycheck. Every month, money flowed in regularly and expenses were adjusted accordingly. But retirement flips that script completely, and suddenly there's no monthly income coming in. This shift creates a powerful psychological trap. Some retirees unconsciously continue to spend like they're still earning a salary rather than living off a finite pool of savings. They justify this mindset by thinking that they deserve this or that their investments will recover later. But when you spend without adjusting to your new reality, then your savings can start shrinking. Unlike a paycheck, your retirements are limited, and once they're gone, they're gone. Research from the National Institute on Retirement Security shows that over half of retirees underestimate their spending, especially in that first year of retirement. It's easy to fall into the trap of lifestyle inflation, where every new restaurant dinner or vacation eats away at your long-term independence. The problem compounds because some retirees don't realize this problem until their accounts drop faster than expected. By then, recovery is difficult without painful cutbacks. This spending mindset isn't about greed, it's about the habit and the emotional weight of suddenly living with less. But recognizing this trap early is essential. Retirement requires a different mindset, one focused on sustainability and intentionality. Your money isn't just for today's enjoyment. Instead, it's a reservoir that needs to last for decades. To truly understand how dangerous the first year of retirement can be, let's look at a case study that shows how truly one simple decision can change everything. I'll give you an example of Susan and Mark, both in their 60s, ready to retire after decades of hard work. They each saved about $1 million for retirement and both expected to live comfortably off of their savings and Social Security. But when retirement arrived, their choices diverged sharply, and the results couldn't have been more different. Susan decided to ease into retirement and really be careful with her spending. She made a detailed budget, planned for unexpected expenses, and conservatively withdrew from her investments. She understood the importance of protecting her portfolio early on, especially given the risk of market downturns. On the other hand, Mark started retirement with a more relaxed approach. He increased his spending to reward himself after years of hard work. He bought a new car and took some nice trips. Plus, when the market dipped slightly during his first year of retirement, he actually needed to take out more money to cover his lifestyle costs because he didn't know about sequence of return risk. Fast forward 5 years, and Susan's portfolio is still strong, and she's still on track to have a long, successful retirement. However, Mark's savings is nearly half the size it was at retirement. Because of his spending and withdrawal timing, his funds shrank much faster than he had expected. This case study isn't rare. According to research, retirees who withdraw aggressively in early retirement face a 70% higher chance of running out of money in their lifetime than those who plan their withdrawals carefully. It is important to understand how your decisions during the first year can affect the rest of your retirement. So how do you avoid falling into the traps that I've talked about? Well, the answer involves creating a retirement plan specifically for that vulnerable first year and beyond. Step 1 is understanding your exact income sources and expenses. Do not just estimate. Get clear numbers on what you'll receive from Social Security, pensions, and other income sources. And then list your essential expenses and optional expenses. Knowing your spending is foundational. Next, build flexibility into your withdrawal plan. If the market drops early during your retirement, have the ability to delay your withdrawals or to lower your withdrawal amount. Or tap into cash reserves rather than selling your investments at a loss. This helps to protect your portfolio from sequence of returns risk. I also recommend following the bucket strategy for your money, dividing your assets into different buckets according to when you'll need them. Another important step is to adopt a withdrawal strategy. You must control your spending mindset. You want to set realistic budgets. Track your expenses carefully and remind yourself that retirement funds are not an endless paycheck. They're a finite resource. Healthcare expenses can surprise many retirees. You want to make sure that you are planning for medical expenses, healthcare premiums, supplemental insurance, and unexpected health emergencies. It's important to try to avoid unexpected costs. Lastly, don't underestimate the value of professional financial advice. Working with a certified financial planner like myself who understands retirement income planning can help tailor a strategy. One that fits your unique situation, goals, and manages your risk and helps to increase your confidence. The first year of retirement is the chance to set a strong foundation. This foundation can help you protect your savings and enjoy the freedom that retirement promises without the constant worry of running out of money. You enter retirement thinking it's all about returns, but the truth is that returns are only one piece of the puzzle. You obsess over how much your investments are earning, if you should take more risk, or if you're beating inflation. The real goal of retirement is the confidence that you can use your investments without fear. Because when confidence is missing, you second guess every decision. You hold back on the vacation that you dreamed of. You avoid helping your kids financially. You might pass on experiences not because you can't afford them, but because you don't know if you can. Your money becomes a source of stress instead of freedom. Confidence doesn't come from higher returns. It comes from clarity, knowing that you can withdraw a certain amount every month, from understanding what a down market means for you and what it doesn't. With a withdrawal strategy by your side, you're likely to feel financially confident, even if your portfolio is no larger than those without one. That's because when you have a plan, you stop relying on guesswork. You're not just hoping that the market keeps going up. You've already accounted for the bad years, the unexpected costs, the inflation spikes. Whether it's income buckets, annuities, or flexible withdrawal rates, your strategy gives you confidence. And confidence isn't just financial, it's emotional, knowing that you've shifted from savings to spending for a reason. That money is there to use, not hoard. You won't have to keep living like you're afraid of running out. In the end, the best retirement isn't the one with the highest returns. It's the one where you are confident and free to enjoy your life without constantly checking your balances. That's the kind of retirement worth planning for. So now you know that retirement gets dangerous the moment you step into it without a real strategy. Most people think the biggest risk in retirement is running out of money, but it's actually running on autopilot in the most critical year of your financial life. Assuming the mindset that worked while you were earning will still protect you. If you want to feel more comfortable about your retirement, you need more than just investment returns. You need confidence and clarity. And most importantly, you need a strategy that's designed for the real risk that you're facing right now. That's exactly what I help people build. So if you're heading into retirement or you've just crossed that line, I'm offering a no-cost strategy session where we're looking at your income plan, risk exposure, and blind spots that could potentially undo everything that you've been working for. Click the link in the description to schedule your call. It's complimentary and personalized. And it could be the 1 hour that improves your confidence. Let's work together towards the next chapter. As always, thank you so much for watching this video. And if you enjoyed this video, then you'll probably enjoy my other video on the 3-bucket strategy. Thank you so much and have a lovely day.